Hey, what's up, everybody? It's been a while. Probably gonna keep this one short, just because I've got to mow the yard, head outside. But I had a great conversation with Bobby Thompson. I don't know if any of y'all, or maybe some of y'all, know who he is. He runs the channel Flat Earth and Coffee. So in the description, you'll find a link to his channel, and he told me he's about to start firing up more videos. So that's going to be really fun. He's got some classics. He says he has tons and tons of NASA bloopers that he's gonna kind of show that people just haven't gone through. There's so many videos of old, and there's been people that have gone through them before, but he and his daughter just watch videos, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, did you see that?" He said his daughter will be like, "Bubbles, look, bubbles," and then insects. They'll find the bugs and stuff. So there'll be more of that stuff coming. But he's doing great. He's over in the Philippines and just settling in, just life outside the beast system, and just loving his family well, and really just loving the culture and everything like that. So he's settled, and he's told me he's going to be making more of a scene, not really a comeback, but just you'll be seeing videos from him. But I've really enjoyed the last few months, not all of it, but I have enjoyed kind of prioritizing family over being online, checking my phone, looking, at everything that's being uploaded, because, in the truther search, you can indefinitely search and watch. But I've just kind of slowed down with the dealing with kind of the trolls, because I popped on the X because there were people that were like attacking Witsit and saying different things about him not talking to a pilot, and calling him a liar. And so I just raised my hand and was like, I was on the Zoom call with him, and he's not lying. So because I even like said something, multiple anti-flat earth groupies popped on, and we're just kind of like trying to figure out who I was, maybe because I didn't have a presence on X at all. I just created an account to basically enjoy Flat Earth Friday, just listen to the conversation, because Sacred and Proud Flurf have been running, I think this week might be 99, might be 98, 99 weeks in a row, where they start up usually between like 7 and 9 p.m. Central Time for me. And then they run all the way through the night, and it rolls right into stationary Saturdays. And some people don't even know this, but X, or Twitter, that's now X.com, has this thing called Spaces, and it's a lot like Discord, and it's where you can like have voice, just voice chat back and forth. And usually there's like 500 people in there just chatting it up all night long. And Toby at Ether Cosmology, and Shane at his YouTube channel, and then Alan at Space Audits. They usually stream it, just so if you don't want to get an X account, you can engage in the conversation in the chat there. Hey, Tony Coriolis popped in. Mad Mac, what's up? Yeah, Flat Earth and Coffee's good. Shifty Ass Shady popped in with a thumbs up. So I enjoy it because I usually will pop on, like the kids will go down at 7 or 7:30. I'll usually hop on, listen for a minute, grab a mic, which this is old news to some people, but like uh, Discord, Earth Awakenings, for example, that's just like a free for all. You get on there, you hop on, you unmute when you think you can say like, well, this is what I think, or whenever there's a little pause in people's discussions, you just jump on whenever you want. With the spaces on X, it's a little different because I've done some different spaces, like a space. J Space has a space also that fires up every now and then, and Orwellian has one. But generally, there you pop onto one, you can listen anonymously, which some of the Globers do, or if you don't really want to be seen because you're just popping in for a second to hear what's going on, you can do that. But if you do come into a space, you'll come in as a listener. And then if you want to speak, you have to hit the microphone, which basically says that you are requesting a mic, and the host or whatever will see that you're requesting, and they'll bring you up. As soon as they bring you up, that doesn't mean just like start blabbing, because it's not your turn. And they really do like to take turns, and have fair space, or time for everybody. So there's a little heart with the plus sign, and that's where you can press that emblem and do thumbs up or fire or whatever, like live reactions, which is pretty cool. But there's a hand, and this is mainly on the phone. So like when I'm on my phone, you can put that hand up, but on a computer like a PC, for some reason the hand's not there. So just know it's better to be on your phone, and then you can put your hand up, and then they usually say like, let's get to the hands, and they'll come around to you. So join us tonight. It'll fire up, and Globers kind of get priority to talk about what they think is true about the, where we live. And Wits has been hopping on there a lot. Last week, it was Hibbler. Hibbler hopped on there and talked a little bit. He's going to be doing a documentary, Old War. What am I trying to say? Old World. That's what I was trying to say. So that's going to be a really cool documentary that he's editing. And Dave Weiss has been hopping on there too. I told him, come on, check it out. And he comes on there for like 5 hours or so, because it gets a little addictive to hear people arguing for what they think is true versus, the indoctrination that we were all told that's not provable. So join the spaces. I don't think I have much other than saying Bobby's great. He's coming back. Watch for videos and join us. In the description, I put a link. I think Dave Weiss just put a video up about like Polaris, and watch that one. It's a fun little video, but it has everything that I just said in the description, as well as Proud Flurf and Sacred's handle, or their X or twitter.com page, so that if you follow them, then whenever you're on X, it'll pop up and you'll know like how to join or whatever. So hopefully see you there. Thanks for joining. Just letting you guys know I'm doing great. I trained up for and raced the Boston Marathon again. That finished on April 15th. I'm pretty recovered from that. And I'm about to start training again just for general fitness. I'll have to sign up for something. I don't know if it's going to be another Ironman or an ultra. I don't know if I'm going to do a 50 miler next. Nothing major until next April, when I'll do another Boston, which is my favorite race to race. But happy with the family. We're just plugging away. A lot of the times I'm just prioritizing them and raising the kiddos. They're almost 8. One just turned 6, and one's about to turn 4. So got my hands full. They're at school right now. But the journey, man, unveiling or untangling the web of lies and the confusion and the inversions and the deceptions. There are so many. I think some people don't even want to believe that that's true. They'd rather just believe that they're like basically their universe revolves around them and they've got it figured out. And there's no reason to look into flat Earth. There's no reason to believe in any of this stuff, because I think it is probably pretty upsetting. But for me, I was told that the Earth is stationary and that outer space, like the story of outer space, is not true. It's like when people say space is fake, we're not talking about from the ground up to the luminaries or above us is not real. We're saying that like light years, billions of miles, that's not real, because the sun, the moon, the stars, the wandering stars, which, they say planets, is all much more local. That basically the flat Earth is like the ground level to all things, and everything that we see in the sky is a part of us. It's a lot closer. We're not this tiny little planet speck in this infinitely large universe that's expanding into nothing. We're here, which this makes sense. We're right here. And right here is stable and fixed, and we're not moving unless there's like an earthquake or a landslide. Of course, that's moving, but the luminaries move over top of us. And then some people get really tripped out when you start talking about like the azimuthal grid of vision. Basically, like if I was to go outside right now, it looks like there's white fluffy clouds, and I'll see in the distance the white fluffy clouds are above me, but in the distance, all the way around me, they'll smash into the horizon, and there's a limit to my vision. So the ground is ramping up and the sky is ramping down. That's what the horizon even is. But if I had hopped in my car and drove the 14 to 20 miles that it appears that the clouds are smashing into the horizon, the clouds would be at the same exact height there as they are here in my front yard. So what we have is an extended plane that has a sky that runs parallel to it, but we see in curved visual space at a distance. And the Globers, they were like, oh, what are you talking about? Curved visual space? That's nonsense. Like, they want to believe that the clouds look like that because they're bending around a ball Earth. But with geodetic surveying and all measurements with interferometry, you don't get any motion measured, and you don't get any curve rate at the rate that it's supposed to be to get the globe. So that's what woke me up, really, is just when you really look into the story behind the heliocentric theory, that there's holes in it, and it's theories based on philosophy. And Whitsitt, he covers it way better than I ever could. So let's see, we got Hilly in here. Love the new vids you've been dropping. And then John Thor, legend. Hi, JT. And all in the chat, listening while gardening here in little old England. Oh, man, you're a legend. Another JT in the house. But, before I get out of here, we're all amazing people. Like, I'm not saying like we're all that. I'm not trying to make us like prideful or egotistical. I just want people to know that your individuality, who you are as a person, is amazing. There's only one of you, and there will only ever be one of you. And I feel like, honestly, every single individual has been attacked from a young age, indoctrinated, fooled, tricked, guided into a corral, if you will, of a belief system that we're on a spinning ball and everything that you can explore has been explored. And, we know how far the planets are and what temperatures they are and exactly what's going on. But in my heart of hearts, I think that man has many guesses on what's going on up there and the distances, but we don't actually know because we can't go there. And I'm free. I'm free to be me. I'm free to investigate, history. I'm free to ask questions. I really love the work that the Ether Cosmology guys are doing. YouTube /@ Ether Cosmology. That's Toby's channel. And then you guys know Alan, Space Audits, is doing great work. Whitsitt, Jaron, everybody that's putting in work, Robot Polisher, John Thor. There's so many channels, and they're easy to find if you're curious about what the truth is or curious about asking questions. Flat Earth Fridays is another good spot. I've only been listening to them for maybe 5 weeks. They've been doing 98, 99 weeks straight, and it's a good spot. Hey, Karen B, that is crazy. You popped on here. I feel I'm like blushing because you run your coffee talk channel, and that was really instrumental in me feeling comfortable putting my face out there and me being my authentic, genuine self. I'm a truther. I want to know what's going on. I don't have all the answers, but I am allowed to ask. That's the craziest thing, is when the anti-flat earth groupies want to say, no, you can't ask that, you fool, you uneducated idiot. I had some people on X tell me that I was a fake Christian and that I'm going to burn in hell for sharing biblical cosmology. That doesn't make any sense. I'm sharing what the Hebrew people believed about their realm. I'm sharing what I believe the Bible clearly says: immovable, shall not be moved, firm foundations, a firmament, rakia, over top of us, waters above. Like, I think we're all on the same plane of existence, of course, at different elevations, but up is up for me and down is down for me, like it is for everybody else. There is no people hanging off the sides of a ball. And then I'm going to get ridiculed for thinking that's true, or that's reality. That's kind of silly. So y'all keep being you. Got some people saying howdy, NDB, Mad Mac, legends popping in. I wish I could do like a 3 or 4 hour stream, but I really do have to mow the yard and go about just normal life and stuff. But I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart just for being brave and not, I don't know. I think it takes a special someone to take the globe that was indoctrinated into our minds from birth and hold it in one hand and be like, okay, here it is. Here's the solar system, and here's outer space and all that I was taught. Now, what's this flat earth thing? Let me look into it. And if you can hold both, but not necessarily believe in either, just investigate both of those, I think that takes a certain level of wisdom or intelligence. You know what I mean? Because if you're just a human that's like, no, it has to be a globe. Like I understand that. When I was looking into flat Earth, it took me 4 months to stop waking up thinking, I would do research, look online, investigate stuff like Karen B's Is It a Sphere video was really helpful to me, like where they all kind of look like a sphere and you couldn't figure it out. That helped me. But then I'd go to sleep and I'd wake up and immediately I'd be like, no, I have to be on a planet. I have to be on a ball Earth rotating and going around the sun. Like it was just this deeply ingrained belief, I guess, because the little boy, JT, back when I was a toddler, was told that and shown that in all the indoctrination. But when you really look, you can be set free from the deception, because I was. I'm rambling, but it's cool to sit with you for a minute. I love y'all. And that's what's really cool about this community is when I say I love y'all, it's true. I care about you. I would die for you. Like if some car was coming and you didn't know it, I would push you out of the way. I think that's what humans are supposed to do for their fellow man. Like I don't want to die. I'm not like that, but I would sacrifice myself to save another person. And I think back in the day, more people lived that way. And then now the people are self-centered and they think they're God or they think they know it all. And pride and ego seem to rule so many people, so that when you start talking about like, hey man, I don't think reality is what we were told, let's look at it, they're just like, against it. So thank you for being you. What else is cool is there are many people in this community that have different faiths and different beliefs. Some think there is a creator, some think there's not. Some think that we were seeded here by aliens, or being a Muslim or a Hindu or something like that. But that another religion is the right path. Some think all religions lead to God. Like I believe following the Messiah is the way. That's just what I've chosen. But I don't have judgment anymore for people that are on a different path, because where you are right now may not even be where you are in 5 or 10 years, if there's even 5 or 10 years left. So the freedom that I've gotten in flat Earth is to be my authentic self, to not care what people think about me, and to enjoy nature and reality. Look around, contemplate what the luminaries are, look at the moon. Because before I had forgotten about nature. I was like, I like to run and play and do my thing, but I had forgotten about how amazing this realm is. So y'all keep being a light, keep being you, keep enjoying the research process. And yeah, I'll see you around.